Hi, my name's Dave Price. This is DNT Games, Dave's Nostalgia Trip Games. I run another channel under the name of Infected Flinch where I play old video games and try to remember if they were any good or not. So the whole idea of this is that I'm doing a Masters at Sheffield Hallam University, and this project is called Monitor. Monitor is essentially a game that's been birthed out of games that I loved growing up. So I actually had a Philips CDI and I had a lot of full motion video game titles growing up. So this game is more based on Vergeer and Burn Cycle and Journeyman Project, Seventh Guest, Phantasmagoria, all those kinds of games. The only aspect is with Monitor is that you can't see these people. The whole idea of the game is audio bugged rooms. There's 6 rooms you have to listen in on, and you have to try and figure out what's going off. The only thing is, the person that's brought you there has told you that you're not allowed to tell anyone what you're doing, you just need to listen and learn. If you act, there's got to be consequences. This actually makes a weird gameplay mechanic. If you hear something happening in one of those rooms that is illegal or is going to endanger one of the 5 characters, you're not allowed to do anything. So that's the whole point of the game. The whole game is you have to do as you're told. And this runs over 3 days in game time. So each day lasts about 15 minutes. And the whole aspect of the game is, by the time you get towards the end, the endings can change depending on what you did or what you were doing or what you didn't do or who you heard or all that kind of nonsense. So the whole game is different for every person that plays it. The game revolves around 5 characters. The first one is Emilio Bell. He's the CEO of a company called Dolos Pharmaceuticals. Now Dolos have been not doing very well at the moment, let's put it that way. And Emilio Bell has decided to go to a getaway retreat called the Lynx's Crown. The only problem is he hasn't told anyone why he's gone there, and he's invited 4 of his friends. Well, friends to a point. One of Emilio's closest associates that's worked on different projects with him is Katie Dreyfus. Now there's not much known about Katie, but she seems to be the head of cancer treatment and care within Dolos Pharmaceuticals. She's been working on something, but nobody knows really what it is, apart from Emilio. John Walker is Emilio Bell's oldest friend, and he seems to have been invited as well. He's affectionately known as Wafer. He was an ice cream man way back in the day, and his name just stuck. Lana Remley is another person that's been invited to this place, and is the niece of Emilio Bell. She's a bit of a black sheep of the family, and she doesn't want anything to do with Emilio either, but she's still been invited. The last one is a wild card, and that is Albert Greaves. No one knows who he is or why he's come here, but he seems to have a great affection with Emilio. With that in mind, the script has been completed, and I've needed 5 voice actors, so 2 females, 3 males. So it's a big project, and they've all kind of stepped up, and it's great that they have, and each one of them bring their own little tones and little nuances to each character. Emilio Bell is voiced by Marc. He's known as Lactobacillus Prime on the internet. He has a very calm, soothing voice, and he seems to fit the bill very well with Emilio.
Yes, and I can prove it.
Katie Dreyfus is voiced by Patti Rossier, or as she's known on the internet, Pattimus. She brings a kind of cool level-headedness and also a bit of emotion to the character, which is what I was trying to go for. So I think she'll surprise a lot of people with what she's doing on that.
Depends on what it's a cure to.
John Walker is voiced by Wouter Bovelander. He's actually a Dutchman, but he brings an American accent to the character, which is great. Brings a bit of sense of humour in some of the lines he has as well.
Well, that just leaves you and me. Albert, was it?
Lana Remley is voiced by Olivia Steele, who brings a needed sarcasm to the role. Lana is a very strong but sarcastic individual. She is vulnerable at times in the script, and Olivia seems to have done very well with it, so she's made that character her own.
Oh, you know, doing this and that.
This and that seems to keep you pretty busy.
Finally, Albert Greaves, the social awkward scientist of the group, is voiced by Robin Seabrook. And Robin seems to have done very well with how he works and he connects, and I can't really talk much about how Albert works in the rest of the game, but Robin really has made that character fantastic.
Tell me, Miss Dreyfus, where'd you get your hypothesis that the drug you're creating to rival cisplatin will work in the real world?
Mechanics are in place as well with the game, so essentially what you'll have is 6 screens in front of you. You're able to pick each screen, and you can zoom in and listen to the conversation and then zoom back out. There is another part of the game which I'm not going to go into yet, but that kind of changes how you work with the game, and it can impede you if you've done the wrong thing at the right time or the right thing at the wrong time. It's very difficult to explain, but when you get to play it, you'll see what I mean. Also as well, there is 3 additional voice actors. We've got Glen Sutton in an unspecified role. We've got Marc Johnson, also known as the Joyous Sticks. He plays a relatively serious role, which I can't go into right now, so I'm leaving you in suspense again. And there's also Gemma Suter. She's been in another game of mine called Vergeer, like a lot of the other people, these voice actors and actresses actually, but she wanted to be in it. I asked her, so she's done a simple little thing for me there. So I can't say who these guys are, but they're in there, so they have added more to this game and added more to the universe of Monitor. Another great aspect of this as well, I actually have a composer called Philip Pendleton. Philip has done an amazing job, and you've probably been hearing the music whilst I've been talking now. He's done this off his own back, and you should go check out his SoundCloud. It's down in the description or on here right now. But me and him have been having discussions. He's an amazing composer, the music is amazing, and I don't think Monitor would be the same without it. So he has made this game what it is. But there is a long way to go, so the game is well off. Day 1 has almost been completed, and I'm still waiting on lines from other people, but I thought I'd kind of let you know what it is that I'm doing and where I'm going with it. It is hopefully going to be complete by April. It has to be for my uni project, otherwise I fail it, essentially. But what I should have is a strong narrative-based game with everyone having a separate experience that you can share with one another, and you can find out what choices you made and what happened, essentially. So please stick around, make sure you subscribe and you like this video and share it around, and be on the lookout for more Monitor Dev Diaries in the future.